Yes, that's good.
We'll be in a 1-minute recess and we're going to reconvene our regular session. Item number 4 in 1 minute. Do I have a?
Do you want some water? More water?
No, no water. Okay, Mark, can you let everyone in, please? They didn't go home already?
Yeah.
He knows.
I'll let him in.
Yes, he knows.
This will tell you my regular shirts are in the laundry.
Hey,
That's all it means.
sharp.
Regular shirts. How many shirts do you have? I have no idea.
I just rotate. But that's a good one. It's a nice one. I tried unsuccessfully to get a white short sleeve shirt. Can't find it. Can't find it. In demand.
Where do you get yours?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
My wife buys stuff. My mother used to buy stuff. My wife buys stuff. That's it.
I mean, well, this is my the neck, the chest, the whole thing.
Okay, is everyone back?
Everyone's in.
Okay, back. Thank you. We're back at our regularly scheduled meeting of June 22nd, 2022, Norfolk County Commissioners. Item number 4 on the agenda, minutes from the open session meeting of June 15th for 2022 for approval.
Move approval, Mr. Chairman. Of the minutes.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second to approve the open session minutes of June 15th, 2022. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Public comment, Director Cronin, do we have any public comment?
No, sir.
Anyone outside there on the Zoom that's interested in public comment today? Public comment, last call. Seeing none, we're going to move to number 6. Appointments, we have none. Old business. Director Cronin, do we have any old business?
No, sir.
Thank you. Next, personnel matters for consideration. We have an assortment.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes,
For the Norfolk County Agricultural High School, I'm pleased to make the following notice of appointment of Jennifer A. Obshetkin of Dedham as a school finance associate at the rate stated effective 6/27/22. So moved.
Second.
motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote.
Same at the Norfolk County Agricultural High School. Notice of contingent employment for Adelina C. Aravallo of Stoughton as a student worker at the camp effective 7/7/22. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye. And
Amen.
finally, notice of contingent employment for Emily Perron of Millis, Mass. as a student worker at the camp, effective 7/7/22. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
All right.
Next.
Norfolk County Treasurer's Office, given notice of contingent employment for Caroline Sarah of Reedville, Mass. as a temporary junior accountant, post-retirement position, and it would be for the rate stated effective 6/13/22. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye. And notice of contingent employment for Thomas P. Sheehan of South Weymouth, Mass. as a summer intern at the rate stated effective 6/21/22. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye. And
It
that
is a vote.
concludes our personnel matters.
Thank you. Number 9, payroll and expense warrants for approval.
All right, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Move the following. For the warrant of 6/22/22, line item 22-51, payroll of the county, the amount of $142,212.67. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote.
Next, 22-52 for opera award for the town of Medway, the amount of $2,539,594. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote.
Next, 22-52 opera town of Norwood, the amount of $182,500. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Next.
2 to go. Line item 060422, the expense for the county, the amount of $168,147.90. So moved.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Next.
Finally, 22-12, expense for the school, the amount of $146.07. So moved.
Motion made second. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Thank you very much. Number 10, approval of the May 2022 trial balances. In your packet, Commissioners, dated 5/31/22 is the triangle balance sheet for the month of May. It includes our opera awards in May. Are there any questions? Everything appears to be in order. We have Treasurer Deloria on with us, so if there's any questions, you can direct them to Joe Deloria.
Would you like me to read or have Joe read the message that accompanied?
No, why
the
don't you
report?
read it? Yeah.
Joe, would you like me to read it or would you like to? Your email?
You there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? He may be muted right now, so I'll read. This was Joe's message to us last Thursday, conveying the May trial balance. Receipts for deeds excise and registry fees are only through April. With 2 months of collections to go, we booked June receipts of June. We're at 99.45% of revenue budgeted for the registry fees and 122.44% on deeds excise. As noted on the revenue page, total general receipts are 99.9% collected with a month to go, 2 for the registry. Meanwhile, we've only expended 83.35% of budget expenditures. Except for group insurance, every general fund expense department is running below 91.7%, which is where we should be based on 11 out of 12 months consumed for FY22. Joe reports with just over $3 million of general funds not expended, combined with already being at 100% of general fund revenue, it puts us in excellent shape with a current unappropriated balance of just under $4.5 million. Again, not nearly as close to, well, close to, but not what we saw from FY21 into FY22, but a very generous surplus to end the fiscal year is moving. So more than that, probably when we get the next drop balance.
Did we get any court rental receipts yet? Or is that still not?
I'll get an answer for you that separately. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on schedule. I know that.
Okay.
Yep.
Is the trial balance the amount of 76 million? Is
I
that
believe that is correct.
So motion to approve, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Okay, motion to approve the trial balance for 5/31/22, the amount of $76,951,508.13. So moved.
Second.
Motion made second. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Thank you.
All right.
Number 11, opera awards for approval. We have 2.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As Commissioner Stady just read, the commissioners have approved 2 ARPA awards this week, one for the town of Norwood, $182,500. This, I believe, is their second award. This particular award focuses on the increased needs for Norwood residents as a result of the COVID pandemic to benefit through their economic impact outreach services to senior citizens of Norwood. They're funding salaries and benefits for an outreach services coordinator, senior transportation, $45,000 for animal control officers, $55,000 for a public health nurse, and $20,000 for interns. So Norwood is spreading their money around for COVID pandemic responses. The next one, which earlier the town manager from Medway was in to receive, person was for the town of Medway. Medway's total, as Commissioner Stady read, was $2,539,594. They made it known early on that this particular award would be pretty much their entire amount of what they were looking for pursuing a full construction of a water treatment plant for iron and manganese removal from 3 well sources. This particular project was approved by Medway Town Meeting back in May. They're bundling their ARPA money with town bond proceeds to achieve this large capital project. So it's great to see the town manager come in for that receipt, and that is it for this week in terms of ARPA awards.
Excellent.
Okay, Commissioner Stady, do you want to read
Yes,
those opera awards and we'll
Right.
vote them?
So I'd move the first opera award of the day be awarded to the town of Medway, the amount of $2,539,594 under the category of water and sewer infrastructure, specifically to assist the town of Medway in their water treatment plant. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It is a vote. Next.
Second, Mr. Chairman, I'll move for the town of Norwood receive an ARPA grant in the amount of $182,500 under the category of economic impact for the hiring of a public health nurse, animal control officer, and other related items that were approved by our director. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a vote. Thank you. Let the record show the treasurer Blythe's here if we have any questions for him. We'll ask them during the meeting.
Treasurer
Next,
Bly.
number 12, fiscal year 22 year-end transfers for approval. There's a note on here about electricity.
Yes.
Okay.
We have a request from the maintenance department to transfer a total of $18,000 from a variety of budget categories, including building supplies, roofing, snow removal, and sewer repair, into their electricity and gas utilities. I think last week we heard from Mr. Wallace at the schools, who indicated
Same thing.
utilities were trending up. Maintenance building, which pays many of our utility bills, is experiencing the same. So this request, which will require a vote, was for $18,000 for your consideration. Commissioner Stady.
And is it safe to say this is a uniform issue
Yes.
across the board
Yes.
due to the increase in energy costs?
Yes.
And John's letter indicates he's taking care of it from current
Correct.
this time.
Correct.
Okay. Going in the wrong direction, but I mean,
Yeah.
we're covering it.
We're covering it, though, right?
Yeah.
It's covered, so.
No new money.
Interesting. All right, so I'll move that we approve or ratify this transfer request from the Yankee School.
It's actually,
No, that's me. It's that
Sorry,
John
maintenance,
McDowell.
correct, maintenance. And this would be for the sum of $18,000, is
correct.
that correct? Okay,
From into the accounts. list.
from account 300 to account 200.
Fair enough.
Okay, fair enough. I'll move that.
Second.
Thank you.
Motion to approve a year-end transfer with existing funds for increase in electricity costs and maintenance department. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Nancy's next. Bid opening for Walson Recreation Facility. Direct Nancy Rockwell, procurement officer. See what we have here for the, we have a package.
Sure.
We have the 15th T Walk Path for the Wollaston Recreational Facility. We have 3 bids. This is from Weed and Feed out of Plymouth, Mass. They have bid $43,825. I have Bowditch Excavating out of Hingham, Mass. They have bid $33,510. They have the Caniff Company out of Quincy. They've bid $105,250.
The range, huh?
Yeah, the first two, the 2 lower bids have done basically all of, between the 2 of them, all of our coursework probably for the past 15 or
Is that,
20
is
years.
that, is that, so that's all you got on the,
The 3 bids,
for the
yes,
15T?
yes. And this
Okay.
is construction of a concrete tennis wall
Is this for
for the
the?
Wollaston Recreational
Is this for the
Facility.
pickleball? Oh,
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sure, we get this on the record. This is the pickleball.
This is for the
The
pickleball.
fastest growing phenomenon. Pickleball.
First bid I have is from Folsham Corp. Out of Quincy, Mass. He's bid $17,522. Next I have, oh, sorry, this is the 15th Tee Walk.
Oh,
Let me go backwards. I have it in the wrong. I thought this was the tennis wall. Sorry, let me
That's
backtrack.
all right. We're back to the 15th tee.
Yeah,
That Folsom Award was from, bid was from the 15th tee?
yes, the
Okay.
Folsham is for the tennis, the concrete tennis wall,
Oh, I'm sorry.
pickleball. Pack one is for the 15th tee, and they have bid
Okay,
$85,700.
so we have four for the 15th
Four.
tee. Okay,
4 for the 15th team.
okay.
Again, big range. They're all over.
And we have one for the concrete tennis wall from Folsham. That was what, Jeannie, 17,200?
And nothing else for the wall.
Nothing else for the wall.
Okay, any questions, commissioners? Well, a motion to take this under consideration?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to take the two bids that we opened today under consideration. One for the 15th tee walk path at President's Golf Course, and the second for the construction of a concrete
Tennis wall.
repairs to, at the pickleball court. Motion made and seconded to take under consideration. All in favor? Aye.
All right.
Thank you, Nancy. Next,
Okay, we have Power to clean and paint the railings at Norfolk County Superior Courthouse. We have
okay, very important bid. I'd be curious.
the Olson Company out of Methuen, Mass. They've bid $128,000. And for alternate one, add $68,000. Inspect Coatings Incorporated out of Campbell, Ohio. They bid $90,000 and add $15,000 for alternate one.
Sammy, alternate one.
That is, there's two different, they're both power cleaning, but the alternate is for a deeper power cleaning.
Mhm.
And actually, we're gonna reject their bid because they do call for DCAM certification and painting. And they do not have any of their certifications with their bid,
So they're out.
so they're being rejected. So
So we have just
you
one.
will take the bid of the Olson Company under advisement.
Okay. Do we have a motion to take the bid for the power cleaning and paint repairs at the Superior Court of Advisement?
Before I do, can I ask a question?
Sure.
So,
And reject, you're gonna reject,
wait, I'm sorry.
and you're gonna reject the bid from
I
this.
was gonna say I have to reject
For,
that too. Right. We want to reject one, don't we?
From that company right here.
Well, that's part of the under advisement. Usually you just tell us which ones are qualified or not.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
okay.
Okay.
All right.
so we'll just keep them.
And I
So
think
when these companies bid,
Yeah.
is this, we're assuming that they can start right away or is it?
That's my question
Oh,
too.
that's funny. I was thinking of the same thing
Well, we
to
haven't.
the courthouse. Do they,
Yeah, they have,
you don't want to have them say, we'll give you the bid and then come back and say, well, we can't get the stuff, we can't stop it.
They have a time frame in the contract that they'll sign,
Okay,
with the amount of days to complete the project.
okay, they do.
And
All
then
right.
if it's something where a supply is needed, whatever, it would be mutual.
Okay. So as part of the bid is price and delivery of product. All right. So-
Okay, so
Okay,
when you,
good. So
when you're
move-
doing your due diligence, you ask them when to do this, et cetera, et cetera.
That's what I was thinking, you know.
Good.
All right, so we'll take a motion to, I'll move the motion, to take under advisement. That item for the power clean and paint railings at Norfolk Council.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to take the bid for power cleaning and paint railings at Norfolk Superior Court under advisement. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next is drain manhole and drain line replacement on an easement at Old River Place.
Yes.
Several Chestnut. too.
First, we have Aquiline Utility Incorporated out of Weymouth. They have bid $140,107.50. Alternate number one, add $24,500. Edward Page Corporation out of Norwell, Mass. They bid $256,900 for alternate one at $11,500. Caniff Company out of Quincy, Mass. They bid $153,300. Alternate one, add $5,000. And Sabody Incorporated out of Braintree, Mass. They have bid $139,248.24. Alternate one, add $11,500. Flynn Enterprise Incorporated out of Raynham, Mass. They have bid $130,650. Alternate one, add $10,000. That is everything for the,
Okay, any
Manhole.
questions about the drain manhole and drain line replacement at Old River Place? Commissioners, take a motion to take it under advisement.
Move we take it under advisement, Mr. Chairman. So
Second.
moved.
Motion made and seconded to take the drain replacement and manhole replacement Old River Place under advisement, the bid to be awarded later. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Don't go away, Nancy. We have a contract award, number 13.
All right.
Contract award, animal feed and bedding for the Norfolk County Agricultural School.
we received quotes from two companies, Gilmore's Incorporated and Sweet Meadow Farm. Gilmore's is in Walpole, Sweet Meadow Farm's in Natick. They've been supplying us that feed for the past several years.
What are your recommendations?
We're awarding to both Gilmore's and Sweet Meadow low price line
It's not
item.
one against the other, there's something about.
Yes,
Any questions about bedding and feeding at the school? These are longtime vendors.
Uh-oh.
I don't even know the amount. What is the amount?
I'm looking, trying to find it here. I'm looking.
It's
Is
gonna
there an amount on here, Nancy? Any kind of sum?
They're all separate pricing. They're all unit pricing, and that's attached to the back.
Okay. So would
And-
the motion be in order just to award the animal feed and bedding to
Gilmore's Incorporated
Gilmore's
and
Incorporated
and Sweet Meadow Farm.
And I got it right here. Okay. So, Mr. Chairman, I'll move that we pursuant to the information provided by our purchasing agent, that we grant and award the animal feed and bedding for Norfolk County Agricultural High School to Gilmore's Inc., per the quote listed on the sheet we're about to execute, and Sweet Meadow Farm, for again, the quote that we're about to execute, dated this date. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to award the aforementioned contract for the animal feed and bedding for the Norfolk County Agricultural School to the aforementioned vendors. All in favor?
Say aye.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Nancy.
Thank you.
Number 14, report on the American Rescue Plan Act
Sign them all.
of 2021.
Very briefly, Commissioners, not an in-depth report this week, but we did approve two relatively large grants today. Norfolk County continues to pace ahead. We will likely have several more grants for you next week. As I look further ahead, we are still evaluating the impact of the revenue loss component on several revenue loss applications, and I hopefully will have an answer for you this week on that matter. Regarding progress on the rest of the American Rescue Plan Act, the dashboard that we've been working towards is been under development. Clifton Larson tells us a beta will be available quite shortly. I'll follow up with them to find out when I may be able to start using this tool to start generating the kind of reports that I've always envisioned you to use as commissioners when you're in the field discussing ARPA with your various communities. So more on that, hopefully quite soon. It's been a long time in development since Clifton Larson was first tasked with this. So I'll try to have an update for you next week on that. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Good to see Medway represented here too, and get the check. It's great. Great.
Number 15, report of the county director, Director Cronin.
Just a few items for the commissioner's benefit. The county, I signed off on the county insurance policy last week of note. Workers' comp costs have increased from $190,000 to over $250,000. Again, these are costs that are borne by the county relative to workplace safety issues that result in workers being out on compensation. In FY23, I think the commissioners are aware the county took steps to invest in some additional OSHA training, specifically for our maintenance workers, our workers in engineering, who are also very active, already have OSHA training. So we're hoping to train and teach our workers smarter, better ways to do their jobs safely, obviously, with the hopes that long-term we can see some reductions in some of these occurring and very high-cost workers' compensation. I want to thank Nancy Rockwell, who completed our final CARES Act reimbursement with the Commonwealth. Excuse me. We recently received a notice that Norfolk County will be receiving reimbursement totaling $62,841.22. This is the final CARES reimbursement. As you all know, CARES ended at the end of 2021. She did a lot of work, not just providing A&F with the copies of the records associated with the expenses, but also going back and forth with them over eligible expenses. So my thanks to Nancy for handling those transactions over the past couple of years. This morning, the county began its interviews with CIO candidates eligible for the position that was approved by the advisory board. We will continue with our interviews this afternoon and into tomorrow. We have had identified 5 candidates out of a pool of 14. One of the 5 has withdrawn. He found another job. And we're waiting final word from the 4th before we withdraw his name from consideration. So we have 3 active candidates. Joining us in the interviews, as you know, was former registry CIO Chuck Phelan, advisory board member from Quincy. Michelle and I conducted the first interview this morning. It went quite well. If we don't find a candidate that we would recommend to the commissioners for hire, we will either go back to the pool or open the posting again. So I'll keep you all alerted as time goes by on that. Finally, we do have a request that Bill Buckley's going to be working on from a firm doing logistics for an upcoming Disney movie. They're looking to shoot sometime in, I think it's the first or second week in August on Pearl Street over here at Superior Court. For 1 week period, they plan to convert that space into a Halloween themed environment as part of this movie shoot. They are proposing to use the back lot at the registry for staging of trailers and tents. We'll have that agreement before you shortly. The crew had to go before the Dedham Select Board to receive their approvals to handle on-site security and road closures and so forth. So as they move forward, we'll hopefully have some agreement ready for you shortly. A very professional group. I think we have worked with this group before, so they understand the rules of the game and the need to keep the traffic flowing and to minimize any disruption to county business. So more on that, hopefully in the next week or so. That's all I have.
Great.
Thank you. Any questions, commissioners?
Hmm.
All right. Last item is number 16. Any other emergency items or topics the chair did not reasonably anticipate? I have a letter here dated June 10th from the town of Bellingham. The Bellingham DPW would like to thank the Lincoln County Commissioner for allowing the engineering department to assist the town in layout, plan preparation, town meeting article preparation, and for an order in the taking and order of taking document drafting. The 2022 annual town meeting approved the acceptance of Roger Street layout and authorized the select board to accept the street. A town council will be working through the rest of the process while we finalize and record the order of taking the public right away. We found Mr. Higgins and his team to be very knowledgeable and helpful to the town in this process. Donald DiMartino, DPW Director. So there's a kudo to Patrick and the engineers. I just want to pass it along. For work well done. It's always good to hear praise.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, on that note
Yes.
too, if I may, a couple other towns were waiting for some engineering to be done. And so I was pleased to hear from, yes, read my mind, as always. I was pleased to hear from Patrick that they're going to be attending to them as soon as possible, and also from Attorney Lopez, that he's going to be working with him as well. So
Okay.
hopefully we'll get those moved along. I know Stoughton is actually very anxious to get that resolved for their finances. I appreciate the feedback from Patrick, always, and of course, Attorney Lopez.
All right, commissioners, last call. Do we have anything else? We have a regularly scheduled meeting next week.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Move adjourn at 2:11.
Second.
Motion made and second to adjourn the June 22nd meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
This meeting is adjourned.
very good.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Just a reminder that grid I sent you is confidential. That's,
Yeah, well done.
investigating that.